Hi, welcome to the channel. This is a brand new channel and it's basically just going to be me talking about modelling and a few other things. If anyone has clicked on this video in the first place, I should imagine some people have. But it's literally just about me trying YouTube, and I thought everyone else is doing it, so why not me? I might as well have a go at it if it's good enough for anyone else. And it's trying to find an audience within YouTube, and it's for anyone really who'll even watch or listen, but also for people who are into fashion, modelling, and because I'm what you might call an aspiring model. And I've got the bag somewhere, and it's for people who might be in the same position as I'm in, where they're sending out to agencies and waiting to hear back from them. So that's that out the way. The channel will also be about people who are into fitness, who basically enjoy taking care of themselves. That's another reason for this YouTube channel. And for men who have long hair, because I'll be honest with you, I see a lot of men who have long hair, and you can normally tell very quickly with a guy when he's got long hair, if he actually takes care of it or not. Some guys do, others can't just let it, it's quite straggling and all the rest of it. So it's about, if you are a guy with long hair, bear with me, I know it's a bit, but this is all very new to me, doing a YouTube video. So I hope you'll bear with me. And for guys who have got long hair and are interested in making it look quite thick and healthy, how you would go about doing that. It's it's a lot simpler than you think. You don't need all the fancy hair products. You can do it relatively easy just with regular shampoo. I hope that sounded okay. I hope it didn't sound a bit. But this is literally major. I am literally winging this. This is like, as you can no doubt tell. And the other reason I'm doing this YouTube video is when I was in the process of sending it out to agencies, the second agency I sent out to, the most recent one, was they weren't so much interested in photos as they was more interested in YouTube videos. Now, if you're like me and you've never thought about doing a YouTube video in your life, the prospect of doing a YouTube video was kind of like, okay, I've never thought about doing it before. But I watched a few YouTube tutorials and here I am now doing my first YouTube video. I'm probably making a pig's ear of it at that, but I'm sure I'll survive. And like I said, it's for anyone really, and the whole point of this particular video is just a small introduction to what the channel will be about, and a bit of background information on myself and what I do that ties into my modelling journey. I know it's a bit of a corny way to put it, but that's kind of what it is. It is a journey nevertheless. And it's kind of strange that how things kind of work out. I mean, if you had said to me a year ago I'd be doing a YouTube video, I would have not. I'd have been like, yeah, okay, I'll be doing a YouTube video. And then I get into modelling and they request a YouTube channel, and now here I am doing it. So it is kind of strange, but that's what it's all about, isn't it? One thing leads to another. So it is strange how things kind of snowball into other things. And I suppose the main the particular reason for this video is it's kind of just an introduction, and it's kind of, you know, for anyone who is watching or has watched this video will kind of know if this channel is for them by the end of the video, if I get to the end of the video. And so I'll give you a bit of background information on myself. In April of this year, I sent out a picture to become a model. And that kind of happened as a kind of joke. People were saying, "Oh, with your hair and that, you know, you should be on adverts for shampoo and that." And I thought, well, what have I got to lose? So I sent out to a firm, and they got back to me relatively quickly, within like 2 days, which was really quick. And I didn't really expect anything to come of it at that point. And they got back relatively quick, and I went for a photo shoot. And I got my photos back last month. And I'm now in the process of sending it to agencies. And I'll be honest with you, the first agency wasn't successful. So it was my first kind of official knockback from a modelling agency. And so now I sent out to the second agency, and they wanted a YouTube channel. And so the thing that got me into modelling was my hair. It was kind of what got my foot in the door. And it is the first thing most people notice about me. It's very stark and it kind of stands out. And that's the whole point, really. I mean, when I went for the photo shoot, they told me to keep the hair, not to get it cut, keep it. And so it's a way of standing out from other people. Let me just... Sorry about this, it's a bit... Yeah, there we go. And so it was a way of standing out. And that is true, and it does make you stand out, but of course that can be a positive and a negative thing. You know, that'll be a video for another day, but it can be a positive and a negative thing, standing out from the crowd, away from the model setting. You know, in normal day interactions, it can be a bit of a, you know, a bit of a thing, but about that, that'll be a video for another day. But that's what got my foot in the door, and it did help with, you know, particularly my pictures. They showed me many other models, and I was one of the few who had long hair. And that kind of, you know, I thought, okay, so that's kind of my gimmick. I suppose it's a gimmick, if you like. And how that all came about was, so this is just a bit of background information on me. When I think it was January of 2022, when I had relatively short hair, but I decided to dye it platinum blonde. So about 3 shades lighter than it is now. And I dyed it platinum blonde, and it looked absolutely awful. There was like nothing natural about it at all. It looked absolutely terrible. And it looked so terrible, in fact, that on the same day, I did it on the morning, and it looked that awful that on the night I went and had it shaved. Grade 1, bald. And from that, when I started growing it back out, I decided to just grow it, to let it grow out. And so it wasn't about planning it to become a model or anything. I just thought, I'm going to grow it because I've never had long hair. So I let it grow out, and it looked, you know, I thought this is actually looking quite good. There were certain points where I thought, okay, it could do having a trim, you know, it could do being cut. But I persevered with it, and here I am now, and I like it so much now that I can't not imagine having long hair. Funny enough, it just looks so. I love it that much. I mean, particularly in the summer months, it can be a bit of a pain with, you know, it being hot and everything. But overall, I think I handle it quite well. But in many ways, it has helped me in that area with modelling. But that's just one of the things that I do to try and keep myself looking presentable with my hair. That's just one of the things. But it's it has all kind of happened by accident. I mean, like the fact I'm doing this YouTube video now, it is strange how it has all happened by accident, and I'm kind of like working out myself how this is going to go. One of the other reasons I'm probably doing it, that's just came to me while I'm doing a YouTube channel, I guess, is curiosity. I guess I'm actually interested in myself to see how I'll handle a YouTube channel. I might love this, I might absolutely hate doing this. I don't, it's early days. But, you might love this, you might hate this. It depends. But we'll have to see. And I'm hoping, I like to think everybody will find an audience, or you'll find some kind of an audience. That wouldn't be too bad. But it would also be interesting if anyone could drop a comment, anyone who's interested, anyone who is doing modelling or in the world of modelling, or there might be even at this position I am, where you're kind of in that limbo stage of where you're doing modelling, but you're not, you don't know where it's going to go. Anything could happen. You could be signed up next week, it could be 6 weeks, you don't know. And so you're kind of in that limbo stage of it could go anywhere. And it would be interesting to hear from other people about their model journeys and what how they found it, or how they're if they're in the same situation I am, how they're finding that, how they're coping with that. So that'd be interesting. But like I said, that's just one of the things that I'll be talking about on this channel. And like I said, the point of this video is an introduction. It's kind of just anyone who's interested will kind of know if this channel is for them or not. That's one of the reasons. Because as like I say, I'll be talking about fitness and a couple of the things I do in my fitness routine, because there is a bit of a fitness routine. And basically but it won't just be about fitness modelling. Hopefully there'll be something for other people, something for other people to take away from this channel. But like I say, this is just raw, unfiltered. I'm kind of just letting my mouth run now. I'm kind of just like letting my mouth run away with me. But yeah, it's like I always, when I'm doing these videos, I've watched other people's videos and kind of seen how they go about it. So yeah, I know that isn't just I know it isn't just for one specific group of people. Hopefully other people will like it as well. Again, the other thing I do is exercise, to an extent though. Bear with me, to an extent. I'm not one of these guys who's in the gym 24/7. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I personally couldn't do that. I couldn't make it so much of a focus. I tend to work out maybe once, twice a week. I don't even actually go to a gym per se. It's an outdoor gym, and it is lovely. It's like it's in the middle of a park, and it is really nice. And I go there maybe twice a week. And oddly enough, the best time of the year to go is this time of the year, because you don't get many people there because of the weather. Because it's quite cold and damp. Opposed to the summer months where, you could up to be like 8 to 10 people there, and you don't really get a chance to go on the apparatus. Whereas, of course, this time of the year, you get a chance to go on them all, because you might have it all to yourself. So, there is that. But I don't make it, it's not an obsession. I don't do it, or I do it to the extent where I look okay. Just to keep myself in trim, and that's pretty much how I go about it. I'm not doing it to excess. And the one for me, the most underrated form of exercise is walking, which is what I do, and that'll be something else I'll be doing on this channel. Walking videos where I'll be out walking, and doing a video on the go. That'll be another thing I do. And to me, walking is I like to get at least 10,000 steps, and I tend to do that probably about 4 times a week. Again, you know, in this weather it can be a bit depressing, can be cold and damp, but I try to get it to about 4 times a week, and I like to have 10,000 steps. Again, it's not for everybody. I know everybody can't do that. I know, or you know, if people are interested in doing that, don't, you know, start off, build your way up. That's something else you can do. I'm not saying just go out and try and do 10,000 steps if you know you feel like you're not up to that at this stage. It's something that you could do later on. But that's another form of exercise that I do, and that'll be something else I'll cover in the videos following. But as I say, the main purpose of this video is literally an introduction. If anyone's interested in watching, please feel free. Feel free to leave a comment. And like I say, if you are doing modelling or in the stage I am where you're doing it, but you know you're sending it to agencies, it'd be more, you know, more than beneficial to hear your, you know, from your experience. So yeah, so that was my first YouTube video. I hope I didn't completely kill it. I hope it's okay. I'm sure it'll get better over time. But yeah, that was the whole purpose of this. So hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Remember, hit the like button, subscribe, that'd be more than appreciated. That always helps. And I'll see you in the next one. See you later. Signing out.